What's the one breakfast food that instantly feels like home in America? Pancakes. Fluffy, golden, stacked high. Dripping with maple syrup. And melting butter on top, it's the kind of plate that says good morning louder than a cup of coffee ever could. In the US, pancakes aren't just food, they're tradition. Think about it, Saturday mornings with family, kids still in pajamas. Cartoons on TV, and the smell of pancakes sizzling on the griddle. Or maybe it's that classic diner experience, sitting in a booth, a waitress pouring fresh coffee. And a stack of pancakes arriving bigger than the plate itself. From coast to coast, pancakes are the definition of comfort. Sure, you could head to IHOP, Denny's, or your favorite local diner. But making pancakes at home has its own magic. It's faster, fresher. And honestly, it feels like you're bringing that American diner vibe right into your own kitchen. Plus, you get to decide, blueberries? Chocolate chips? Extra syrup? The choice is all yours. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make the perfect fluffy pancakes at home, soft on the inside, golden on the outside, and better than anything you'll find on the Strip in Vegas or at your neighborhood diner. When it comes to American breakfasts, nothing says classic quite like pancakes. Sure, we love eggs and bacon, biscuits and gravy, or even a quick bowl of cereal, but pancakes are on another level. They are soft, fluffy, golden, and stacked high on the plate, a symbol of comfort food that stretches across generations. For many Americans, pancakes aren't just breakfast, they're tradition, family, and a little bit of weekend magic. Think back to Saturday mornings growing up. Mom or dad is in the kitchen, the griddle is hot, and the smell of butter sizzling in the pan fills the house. Maybe cartoons are playing in the background. Maybe coffee is brewing, and before long a towering stack of pancakes hits the table. That image is etched into the hearts of millions of Americans. Pancakes bring people together. Whether it's a family breakfast at home, a lazy Sunday brunch with friends, or a late-night stop at a diner after a road trip, pancakes are also central to American diner culture. Walk into any roadside diner, from Route 66 to a small town in the Midwest, and you'll find pancakes on the menu. Usually in portions so big they barely fit the plate. Diners serve them with sides of sausage, bacon, and eggs, or drenched in maple syrup with a scoop of whipped butter melting on top. It's not just about eating, it's about the experience. Sitting in a booth, sipping fresh coffee, and cutting into a warm stack of pancakes feels like pure Americana. And then there's the Vegas connection. In Las Vegas, the city of indulgence, pancakes show up on breakfast buffets that run all morning long. Tourists line up for stacks topped with chocolate chips, blueberries, or even whipped cream and sprinkles. It's proof that pancakes adapt to every taste. They can be simple and homey or extravagant and over the top, depending on where you are and what you crave. What really makes pancakes timeless in American culture is their versatility. They are a blank canvas. Some families add blueberries picked fresh in summer, others toss in chocolate chips for the kids. In the fall, pumpkin spice pancakes show up everywhere, filling kitchens with cinnamon and nutmeg. At diners, you'll often find specialty stacks, banana nut, strawberry shortcake, or red velvet. And yet, no matter how creative the toppings get, the classic buttermilk pancake remains the favorite, reminding people of home. Pancakes also play a role in America's love for brunch culture. On weekends, restaurants in cities like New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago are packed with people enjoying stacks of pancakes alongside mimosas and coffee. Brunch is social, it's about slowing down, catching up, and treating yourself. And pancakes are always the star of the table. Often shared, photographed, and remembered. Even beyond tradition and culture, pancakes are simply comforting. They are warm, soft, and filling. They are affordable and easy to make, using ingredients every American kitchen has: flour, eggs, milk, sugar, and butter. That's why they've stood the test of time. Generations have grown up with pancakes. And generations more will continue to pass down recipes, tips, and family rituals around them. So when we talk about pancakes, we are talking about more than breakfast. We are talking about a piece of American culture. From small-town diners to Vegas buffet, from Saturday mornings at home to big city brunches. Pancakes are woven into the story of how America eats, gathers, and celebrates food. And today, we are not just honoring that tradition, we are recreating it. We are about to make pancakes so fluffy and golden that they'd feel right at home in any American diner, any brunch table, or any Las Vegas buffet. One of the reasons pancakes are such a beloved American breakfast is that they're incredibly simple to make. Unlike fancy brunch dishes that require special tools or rare ingredients, pancakes can be made with items you'll find in almost every American pantry. That's part of their charm: affordable, accessible, and always ready to bring people together around the table. Let's start with the basics: flour. Most Americans reach for all-purpose flour because it's versatile and always on hand. Whether you're shopping at Walmart, grabbing a bulk pack from Costco, or picking up an organic bag at Whole Foods, flour is the foundation of a good pancake. It gives structure to the batter. And when combined with the right amount of baking powder, it's what makes those pancakes rise into fluffy perfection. Speaking of baking powder, this is the magic ingredient behind that diner-style fluff. It's what creates the tiny bubbles in the batter that puff up when cooked on the griddle. In American kitchens, baking powder is a staple, often tucked in the back of the cabinet, ready for everything from biscuits to pancakes. Without it, your stack might be flat and dense instead of light and airy. Next up, sugar and salt. Just a spoonful of sugar sweetens the batter, while a pinch of salt balances the flavors. In the US, this balance of sweet and savory is key to pancake culture. It's what makes them taste just as good with butter and syrup as they do with bacon and eggs on the side. Now let's talk about the wet ingredients. Eggs are the binder, giving pancakes their richness and golden color. In America, eggs are everywhere, whether bought by the dozen from the grocery store or picked up fresh at a farmer's market. Many families can't imagine a breakfast table without them. Then comes milk, which keeps the batter smooth and pourable. Some folks use whole milk for richness, while others go lighter with 2 or even almond milk, reflecting America's love of choice and customization. Of course, we can't forget butter. Melted butter in the batter adds flavor and tenderness, while a pat of butter melting on top of a hot stack is pure American comfort. In fact, butter has such a place in US food culture that entire commercials have been dedicated to showing it sliding down pancakes, glistening under a drizzle of maple syrup. Speaking of flavor, a splash of vanilla extract is a common addition. It's not mandatory, but many Americans add it for that warm, sweet aroma that makes the kitchen smell like a bakery. It's little touches like this that transform pancakes from simple food into a memorable breakfast experience. And then there are the extras. In true American style, people love to customize their pancakes. Some fold in blueberries from summer farmers' markets, others sprinkle in chocolate chips from the pantry for the kids. Around fall, pumpkin spice pancakes take over menus across the country, flavored with cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. That's the beauty of pancakes: they are flexible, seasonal, and always open to personal twists. Prepping the ingredients is more than just measuring flour or cracking eggs. In US households, it's part of the ritual. Parents let their kids whisk the batter, couples cook together on Sunday mornings. And friends prep pancakes for a late-night snack after a long day. It's not just cooking, it's creating moments. Just like pancakes have always done in American culture. So with all the ingredients ready, flour, baking powder, sugar, salt, eggs, milk, butter, and maybe a few fun add-ins, we are set to take the next step. And that's where the magic really happens, turning this simple batter into stacks of golden, fluffy pancakes. Just like you'd find at your favorite American diner. Now that we've got the batter ready, it's time for the part everyone looks forward to, cooking those pancakes. In the US, this step is almost sacred. Whether it's happening in a bustling diner kitchen, with a giant flat-top griddle, or in a cozy home kitchen on a Saturday morning. Cooking pancakes is where the magic transforms simple ingredients into something truly comforting. The first key is the griddle or pan. In diners across America, pancakes are cooked on hot, seasoned griddles that have been in use for years, creating stacks with that perfect golden crust. At home, a non-stick skillet or a countertop griddle works just fine. The trick? Preheat it until a drop of water sizzles on contact. Too hot, and the pancakes will burn outside while staying raw inside. Too cool, and they'll spread thin and lose that fluffy rise. Next comes pouring the batter. In true American fashion, portion size is flexible. Some like dollar pancakes the size of a cookie, while others go for big diner-style cakes that barely fit the plate. A ladle or measuring cup helps keep the sizes even. And here's the insider tip: don't overwork the batter. A few lumps are totally fine, in fact. They help keep the pancakes light and airy. As the pancakes cook, you'll notice little bubbles forming on the surface. This is the signal every American kid learns early on. Once the bubbles start to pop and the edges look set, it's time to flip. The flip itself is almost an art form. In diners, cooks flip dozens of pancakes with quick, practiced motions. While at home it's often a moment of pride, or nerves, for whoever's holding the spatula. Landed perfectly. And you'll hear that satisfying sizzle as the other side cooks to golden perfection. Butter also plays a starring role here. Many Americans swipe the griddle with butter before each new batch, giving the pancakes that rich, slightly crisp edge. Others drop a small pat of butter on top of the pancake the second it hits the plate, letting it melt slowly before the syrup gets poured. Either way, butter and pancakes are inseparable in US breakfast culture. And then there's the syrup, the finishing touch. In America, maple syrup is king. Families in the Northeast take pride in using real maple syrup from Vermont, while others are perfectly happy with a bottle of classic Aunt Jemima or Mrs. Butterworth's. Some diners even offer flavored syrups like blueberry or strawberry, showing how pancakes adapt to regional tastes. That drizzle of syrup soaking into the fluffy layers is what turns pancakes from good to unforgettable. Cooking pancakes is also about the moment. In homes across the US, people stand around the stove chatting, sneaking the first pancake off the pan as a tester. Kids love waiting for that first stack, sometimes adding their own toppings, sprinkles, chocolate chips, or extra whipped cream. In diners, the scene is just as lively. Waitresses balancing plates of pancakes, coffee pots refilled endlessly, and the comforting sound of spatulas hitting the griddle. At the end of the process, you don't just have food, you have a stack of American comfort. Golden brown, fluffy inside, buttery on top, and dripping with syrup. It's the kind of plate that feels equally at home on a weekday breakfast table, a Sunday brunch spread, or a late-night diner run. So when you take your first bite, you're not just eating pancakes, you're tasting a piece of American culture. From the flip on the griddle to the drizzle of syrup, it's a ritual, a comfort. And a tradition that never goes out of style. Here's the best part: the moment those fluffy pancakes are stacked high on the plate, topped with butter and drizzled with golden syrup. For Americans, this isn't just breakfast, it's an experience. The smell, the look, and the very first bite, it all comes together to create comfort on a plate. Every region in the US adds its own twist. On the East Coast, you'll see pancakes topped with fresh blueberries and Vermont maple syrup. Down south, pecans or pralines might be sprinkled on top for a sweet crunch. Out west, especially in California, fresh strawberries and whipped cream give them a sunny, brunch-style vibe. And in Las Vegas, the city of indulgence, pancakes at buffet are often loaded with chocolate chips, sprinkles, or even dessert-style toppings that look more like cake than breakfast. That's the beauty of pancakes: they are endlessly versatile and always satisfying. When you cut into that stack, the inside is soft, airy, and perfectly golden. Each bite is warm and sweet, with just the right balance of butter and syrup. This is why pancakes have remained a staple of American breakfast culture for generations. They are simple, familiar, and always a crowd pleaser. And that's it, the perfect fluffy pancakes you can make right at home, no diner trip required. If you enjoyed this recipe and want more American breakfast favorites, like waffles, French toast, or even diner-style omelets, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because here, it's not just about recipes, it's about bringing the heart of American food culture right to your kitchen. One plate at a time.